What if your flashlight could also tell you how far away something is? Show you exactly how much battery you have left, down to the percent, and looked like it was designed by someone who owns a Rolex and absolutely loves the Minions. That's not a sentence I expected to say in 2026, but here we are, and this is the Godyga TorchEye X1, and it might be the most interesting EDC flashlight I've ever had in my hands. First, who even is Godyga? They're a relatively young consumer tech brand that operates across a few product categories: EDC tools, hunting gear, and golf accessories. And they've been building up a small but dedicated fan base in the EDC community. The TorchEye is their flagship product, and it's a clear statement of intent. They want to make smart, multifunctional tools for people who actually use their gear. Now, a quick note on the naming because it confused me at first. The product was originally called the TorchEye X1 and X0. Those names are now officially the TorchEye RD and R. If you see both in the market, don't panic. It's the same product but different label. The R stands for red light and D stands for the laser distance measurement function. So TorchEye RD X1 is the red light plus laser distance meter. This is what we're reviewing today. And the TorchEye R is the same everything but no laser, and it's a bit cheaper. Links to both will be in the description below. So as you can see, it comes in this relatively clean package that's easy to open with the slide top. And inside, you get a little thank you card with some initial instructions on how to turn on the device, quick start guide with some more instructions, the TorchEye X1 flashlight itself. There's also a USB-C to USB-C charging cable, not a micro USB, not a proprietary connector, so thank you very much for that. If you've watched any of my other flashlight or gadget review videos, you'll have seen me complaining about manufacturers including USB cables that are USB-C on one end and USB-A on the other. There's also this user manual, which is honestly, okay, well, let's just have a look here. It just unfolds into this giant user manual. It's kind of comically sized. And no wonder it comes in its own little box for, I don't know, maximum square footage with this kind of thing. Anyway, kind of hilarious. And one more thing to note, the flashlight itself already comes with the magnetic clip already attached. Okay, first impressions in hand. This thing is really dense. It's full aluminum and you feel it immediately. There's no plastic flecks anywhere. The optical tempered glass screen on the front catches the light in this really nice way. The green bezel is probably the first thing your eyes will go to. It's this rotating ring that wraps the front face, and it genuinely does evoke, I don't know, some sort of dive watch, Rolex Submariner vibes. It's an interesting design choice for a flashlight like this, to be sure. There's a dual lens front white LED on the right, red LED on the left, is what gives the TorchEye its, I guess, name. Those two eyes looking back at you. There's also a tiny UV LED and the red beam emitter tucked in there as well. From the front, it looks, I don't know, like kind of a tiny robot face, which I guess is kind of cool. The magnetic clip on the back is pretty strong. I attached it to a jacket pocket, a metal shelving unit on the side of my fridge, and it held quite well in all three cases. The lanyard slot as well is right through the back of the clip there. Size-wise, this thing is really pocketable, though it is a bit thick. I would say it's probably the size of a large key fob, just a bit thicker. And it weighs in around 54 grams with a battery, so it's got a little bit of heft to it, but it's not too bad. Let me walk you through what this thing actually does, because there's more going on here than you'd expect from something this small. Let's talk about the lighting modes first. Starting with the obvious, it's a flashlight. The white LED tops out at 500 lumens on turbo mode with a 120 meter throw. That's pretty good for a flashlight this size, and you're not going to light up a stadium or anything, but you'll handle camping, trail walking, power outages, and finding your keys in that weird space between your car seat and the center console with no problem. The white light has 5 main brightness levels. Moonlight, 1 lumen. This is the I don't want to wake my partner mode. There's low at 10 lumens, medium 100 lumens, high at 300 lumens, and turbo at 500 lumens. Plus a strobe mode and a beacon flash mode for visibility in emergencies or outdoor signaling. The red LED has 2 modes, high at 40 lumens and low at 10 lumens. Red light is great for nighttime use when you don't want to destroy your night vision, or if you want to read a map or navigate a campsite without being the person who blinds everyone around the fire. Now let's talk about the red beam distance meter. This is the headline feature. The TorchEye X1 has a built-in laser distance meter using a red beam at 620 to 690 nanometers. It's class 2, and the range is up to 20 meters with an accuracy of plus minus an eighth of an inch. And it fires at up to 20 readings per second. That last number is what makes this interesting. It's not just point and click once, it's continuous real-time measurement updating, fast enough that you can sweep the beam and watch the numbers change live on the display. 2 reference point settings. The front measurement starts from the tip of the device, excluding the 59mm body length, and rear, which includes the body length. You can switch between them in the settings menu. That's handy when you're measuring a wall versus measuring from your hand. One honest caveat that the manual's upfront about is that dark or highly textured surfaces reduce accuracy. White walls indoors, it works excellent. Black fabric outdoors at night, you'll struggle. And I've had that same experience. It's primarily an indoor measurement tool. There's also a smart battery system. This is the feature that really intrigued me when I first ran across this product. Most high-lumen flashlights that I've used, including some from brands that cost 3 to 4 times more, won't let you run turbo mode until they've been charging for 10 to 20 minutes. The logic is thermal and battery management. The TorchEye Smart BMS system means the second you plug in USB-C power, you have instant access to full turbo mode, 0 charge time required. It also runs pass-through charging. You can use the flashlight while it's plugged in. If you're in a situation where the battery dies and you need light immediately, plug it into your phone or a power bank and you're on instantly. The battery is a 500 milliampere cell at 3.7 volts and full charge takes about 1.5 hours. There's also another feature that I want to just touch on. It's the angle finder. Buried in the menu, there's also an angle finder or inclinometer mode. You calibrate it, lay the device on a surface, and it gives you real-time tilt angle that's accurate to plus or minus 0.3 of a degree. Is that a niche feature? Yeah, sure. But if you're hanging shelves, checking the grade of something, or setting up solar panels, having this in your pocket EDC is super useful. There's also a golf scoring mode, which again, I admit is, pretty niche for a flashlight. But it's essentially an 18-hole golf scoring tracker that's built in. A short press records a stroke, a long press advances holes, and you can review front-back 9 scores separately. If golf isn't your thing, that's fine. The mode just stays off and you'd never even know it was there. Let's talk about the interface because this is unlike any other flashlight I've ever used. So the front of the TorchEye is dominated by a circular full-color display. It shows you in real time all kinds of stats like remaining battery percentage, remaining runtime for your current mode, charging countdown when plugged in, current brightness mode, the time. The screen, I think, sort of changes the experience of using a flashlight like this. No more, is this dim because it's set to low or because the battery's almost dead? You just look at the screen and you'll know right away. And the screen itself takes visual cues, like I said, from a watch dial. It's got a circular layout and the information is arranged around the center display area. It's a small but sharp and fairly readable screen, even in bright daylight. The rotating green bezel is how you cycle through functions and brightness levels. Turn it clockwise or counterclockwise and it clicks through the options with electronic haptic feedback, which is fine, but honestly, I would have preferred a more satisfying mechanical feel. Because while the haptic feedback is fine, I don't actually like the way the physical ring feels while turning it. It feels a little cheap. In between the haptic activations, it almost feels like it's slightly grinding against something. I don't know, maybe I'm just nitpicking, but it's just something to be aware of. And of course, there's a single button on the front face. Most of the controls are a combination of presses that come from this button combined with the bezel. Now, I'll be honest, this flashlight has a bit of a learning curve. And I'm not really sure if that's a good thing, because typically any flashlight that you get, no matter how feature-laden, it will have an intuitive interface that lets you use the flashlight almost right away without having to go digging into the instruction manual. As you saw with the gigantic instruction manual I pulled out earlier, that's not the case with this product. There's definitely a bit of a learning curve. After a few uses, you'll be more familiar with it, but the interface is just not as intuitive as I would have liked. How does this thing actually hold up day to day? Well, as a flashlight, I've been carrying this for a few weeks clipped to the inside of my jacket pocket. The clip is secure without being stiff. I can pull it on and off one-handed. And the magnetic back means, again, I can stick it to anything like my fridge or a metal cabinet and use it hands-free, which is pretty useful when you're doing something under a, sink or in a dark utility closet. And speaking of the clip, here's some product design logic I haven't quite been able to wrap my head around. Why did they design the clip so that when you do clip it to a piece of clothing, the flashlight is for all intents and purposes either upside down or sideways? And even the lanyard hole is at the top of the clip, so it winds up orienting the device upside down as well. I don't know, maybe I'm missing something, but it just seems like a strange choice, especially because they decided to splash their company name on the front of the product. If that's for branding or marketing purposes, wouldn't you want other people to see it right side up? The moonlight mode is also very useful. The 1 lumen is enough to navigate a dark room without waking anyone. And it's actually soft enough that you can actually look at the screen without destroying your night vision. Turbo at the other end at 500 lumens is bright. That's really bright. And the 120 meter throw is real. I tested this in open field and you absolutely light up what you're pointing at. And I also tested it in my backyard, and you can see the results here. The thermal management kicks in on turbo mode, and it steps down after a minute or so, which is fairly standard for high output LEDs in a small body. Okay, let's talk a little bit more about the red beam distance meter. This is where I had the most fun testing this thing. I measured my living room, my desk, used it to check the width of a door frame before ordering a piece of furniture. It works exactly as advertised on, any sort of interior walls or areas. I also tested it outdoors on a brick wall about 8 meters away, and it worked fine. But then when I tried it on a dark navy fabric couch, the readings were a bit inconsistent. And the manual warns you about this, and they're not wrong. Darker, more absorbent surfaces scatter the beam and will degrade the accuracy. For a dedicated Bosch or Leica laser measure, this isn't a concern because they use more powerful emitters. But for a $40 combo flashlight, I think the trade-off is totally reasonable. 20 readings per second make it feel fairly responsive. It's not a click and wait situation. The number is just there, constantly updating. You're also probably wondering a bit about durability. I mean, this is a black aluminum body and it's probably anodized, which means that, if you drop it on concrete or something, you'll see the chips. But I've dropped it onto tile once and I don't see any damage. The flashlight is also IPX6 waterproof, so that means that rain, splashes, and dusty environments won't be a problem. The aluminum body feels like it'll probably outlast the USB-C port that's on the side here by about a decade. And I do wonder what will happen to all of my USB-C gadgets once they get phased out by whatever the next great universal connector is. Here are a few things I'd want to improve about this product. Again, the button logic takes a little bit too much time to learn. The quick reference card in the box is helpful, but I still feel like I'm sometimes having to look up how something works in the manual, and that's after using this for, fairly steadily for about a week. So yeah, you'll need to actually read the manual, which is, as I showed you, comically sized. The battery at 500 milliamperes is a bit on the smaller side, and the distance measurement outdoors, especially at night on dark surfaces, is fairly limited. And that's physics, not Godyga's fault, but worth knowing going in. So, as always, the big question, is it worth the money? The TorchEye X1 is currently priced at around $60 on Amazon. And let's contextualize that a bit. An Olight O-clip, one of the most popular clip-on EDC flashlights, runs between $40 and $50 depending on the version. It's a great little light, but it has no smart display, no battery percentage, no runtime estimate, no distance meter, no angle finder. It's just a very good flashlight with some RGB color options thrown in. A dedicated handheld laser distance meter, something like a Bosch GLM50, costs between $50 to $80. And it only measures distances. It doesn't illuminate your path home. Is the distance meter going to replace a professional-grade Bosch or Leica tool for a contractor? Probably not. But it's going to be useful for someone measuring rooms for furniture, hanging pictures straight, or doing light home improvements, or just wanting to know if their car will fit in that parking gap. The smart battery display alone is something I now actively miss when I pick up other flashlights. Once you know the exact battery percentage and remaining runtime, vague "is this dying" dimming feels a little primitive. So if you're looking for a single clip-on light that does a whole lot more than just light up a room, this is a very interesting product in this price bracket. So that's the Godyga TorchEye X1. It's a clever piece of EDC gear that takes the humble flashlight and drags it kicking and screaming into the smart device era. It's not perfect. You gotta learn the button combos, manage expectations on the distance meter, and accept that the 500 milliampere battery means it's not replacing your primary camping lantern. But as a pocket gadget that earns its place in your bag every single day, this one's got a strong case. Links to the TorchEye X1 and XO are in the description below. And Godyga also ships directly from their website if you want to skip Amazon. If you found this review useful, drop a like and make sure to subscribe. And if you've got questions about any specific feature, throw them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.